Okay, thank you. Good morning, members, and welcome to this meeting of the Stewartry Divisional Licensing Board. This meeting is being recorded. Could I remind members to follow the good practice guidance, which includes muting microphones, switching off their video when you're not speaking or addressing the meeting. Should you wish to contribute to any item, write speak in a Teams chat or raise your virtual hand and you'll be invited to speak in order. Should you raise your question or issue have been raised by a previous speaker, please withdraw your request so we can deal with the business as efficiently as possible. Members may notice that when calling members to speak, I will refer to them formally by their title as councillor, so it is clear who are officers and who are councillors by process of elimination. So item 1, so this is a meeting of the 27th of September 2024. Item 1, Clerk, could you confirm who is on the meeting, and any apologies, please?
Thank you, Convener. So we have apologies from Councillor Campbell this morning, and I note that Councillor McFarlane is not present at this meeting at this time. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, but we expect him to be on his way there. Item 2, do any members have any declarations of interest they need to make? Not seeing any hands, so that looks fine. Item 3, minutes of the meeting of the 7th of May 2024. Are we happy to approve those?
Yeah, happy to approve.
Convener.
Thank you, members. Item 4 is Licensing Scotland Act 2005, applications for occasional licenses and extended hours granted under delegated authority, report by the clerk to the boards. This gives details of the number of occasional licenses and extended hours applications granted from the 19th of April until the 11th of September 2024. Are we happy to note this?
Happy to note.
Thank you.
Happy to note.
Item 5, Licensing Scotland Act 2005, applications for minor variations granted under delegated authority, report by clerk to the boards. This is for minor variation applications granted under delegated authority since the board last met. Are we happy to note?
Yeah, happy to note.
Yes.
Thank you. Licensing Scotland Act 2005, applications for transfer of premises licenses granted under delegated authority, put by clerk to the boards. This is details of transfer applications granted under delegated authority since the last board meeting. Are we happy to note?
Yeah, happy to note.
And Licensing Scotland Act 2005, surrender a premises license granted under delegated authority. This is details of premises which have surrendered the license since the last meeting. Are we happy to note?
Yep, happy to note.
Yep.
Thanks. Just to note that Councillor McFarlane has now joined the meeting. So item 8 is our main application. Let me just get to the right section. So this is for the license, which is, how do we say, Craggy Nose Golf and Tea Room, Kipford, Dalbeattie, and this is for the clerk. Can we please go through this report and confirm the procedure, please?
Thank you, Convener. This is an application for a new premises licence. The applicant is Julie Clanahan, and I can see that Julie Clanahan is with us this morning. I just want to check, Julie Clanahan, that you can hear me clearly. Can you just confirm, please?
You'll need to unmute, Julie. I have spoken to her today, so...
Julie Clanahan, can you please unmute and confirm that you can hear me? Convener, I would suggest that we ensure that Julie Clanahan, given that this is her application, is with us this morning, that she can hear me.
She was actually on before me, so I did see her and hear her, but if she's not next to her machine, I did say it wouldn't be too long. We do need her to be on board for the meeting.
I can try to phone her if you like.
Could you maybe, just in case she's just got called away? Thank you.
Yeah, okay.
Well, folks will get there. Okay. Just changed. And this is actually the only application as well, isn't it?
Yes, that's correct, convener.
Yeah, yeah. He wasn't very used to Teams, I don't think. Can't do it. Here we go.
It now.
Julie.
Yes, I can hear you now.
Can you,
Yes.
you can put your camera on as well now, please?
Is that it?
So that's it. We get there. Thank you very much. Yes.
And you
right.
can hear me, Julie
Right, well,
Clanahan.
Yes, I
Thank
can.
you.
Yeah. Sorry,
Thank
I've
you
not done this before, so.
Okay, so members, this is an application for a premises licence in respect of Craig and O's Golf and Tea Room in Kipford, Dalbeattie. The applicant, Julie Clanahan, is with us this morning. The application was received on the 11th of July 2024 and is detailed at Appendix 1 to your report. In terms of background, the consultation process was undertaken and the satisfactory Section 50 certificates in respect of planning, building standards and food hygiene have been received, as well as the disabled access and facilities statement. In terms of the 21-day advertising period, the dates were the 19th of July to the 10th of August 2024. Signed confirmation of site notice has been received. The last date for objections and representations was the 9th of August, and no objections or representations have been received in respect of the application. The LSO report advises no adverse comments, and that may be found at Appendix 2. Police Scotland are not with us this morning, members, because their report is clear and they have no adverse comments. So in terms of suggested procedure, convener, you may wish to hear from the LSO, Stuart Davidson, who's here with us this morning, to speak to the terms of the report, thereafter questions from yourselves, and then allow the applicant, Julie Clanahan, to speak to the application, thereafter questions for yourselves, and thereafter allow Julie Clanahan the opportunity to sum up before going into session. Thank you.
Okay, that's lovely. Stuart.
Hi, good morning, convener, members. Just very quickly, this report's obviously been submitted by my colleague Julia Farrell, who couldn't make it today for other work reasons, so apologies from her. As you'll see, the report's fairly straightforward, no adverse comments. The notice was displayed appropriately when Julia visited the premises. Also of note is the number of occasionals since the 20th of June that have been submitted by the applicant. There's been 8 occasionals, all been granted, all lasting the 14 days for each occasional licence. So the premises have been running on those licences without any licensing issues from an LSO perspective. So no adverse comments with regard to same. All the other points are fairly straightforward in the report, convener, so nothing else from myself unless there's any questions.
No, I think we're happy with that. Any questions, members? Okay, sorry, who was next? Is it members or applicant next?
Convener, if there's no questions from members, then you can allow Julie Clanahan to speak to her application.
Okay,
Thank you.
Julie, this is your opportunity to just speak to your application.
Okay, so I took over Kitford 20th of June through occasional licences, as Stuart had said. Kitford have welcomed me with open arms, and it's saying how good it is, you know, at Kitford. You know, it's been really supportive. I've had no issues whatsoever. Good for the caravanners, golfers also as well. So the new premises has loads of potential for Kitford. As I say, no issues or anything like that, and a very nice place to work.
Excellent, thank you. Members, have you got any questions of the applicant? Councillor Berretti.
Morning, Julie. I noticed, as you said, that you're next to a caravan park. I imagine it's quite a substantial caravan park.
Yeah.
Is there a on-site bar or facility at the caravan park, or would you be the only person, or would you be the only establishment nearby?
Is there, sorry, could you repeat that?
Is there on the caravan park a likewise bar facility to distribute alcohol or sell alcohol?
No.
So
No, the nearest licensed premises is actually in Kitford, the Anchor and the Mariner.
right. Yeah,
So there's no facilities on any of the caravan sites at all.
Yeah, I know the area slightly. That means that people would walk across to the golf club if they wanted to have a drink.
Correct.
More than likely, yeah. Right. Okay. Thank you very
Yeah.
much, Karina.
Councillor McFarlane.
Yeah, thank you, Chair, and thank you, Julie, for coming along today. Yeah, I'm just interested. You've just spoken about how welcoming Kitford is, which makes it sound like you're not from the local area particularly. So just like a little bit of background on you, if that's relevant. You know, where is it you have come from? And what is your
so sorry.
Not finished, sorry. And what is your experience in the licensing trade to this point? Thanks.
Okay, so I'm originally from Glasgow. I worked in the licence trade back in the 80s for many years, and then went into social services. I met my husband, moved from Glasgow. I've been down here for 5 years. I also have the Come Inn in Dalbeattie, and I have Dickie's Bar in Dumfries. And then I had the opportunity for the new premises in Kitford.
You do know we're looking for social workers down here, don't you?
No, I've done my time, thank you.
Is that okay, Councillor McFarlane?
Yes, thank you for that.
Okay, Councillor Howie.
Morning, Julie. I'm just wondering about employment opportunities that come with these premises. How many people do you employ?
So at Kitford, I have 3 employees, all who I've put through their personal licence. One is currently going on Monday. So all my staff and all my premises I put them through their personal licence.
Ideal, thank you.
Okay, thank you. So any more questions at all? I haven't got any. I think everything's been answered. So Clerk, do we now proceed to
Perhaps just allow, if Julie Clanahan wishes, the opportunity to sum up in respect of her application, Convener, prior to going into session. Thank you.
Okay, do you need to sum anything else up, Julie, or?
No, I think I've covered everything. Yeah, you know, I just think it's from the support that I've had of people from Kitford and surrounding areas. They've been really supportive, you know, asking what I'm doing at Christmas, what I'm doing at New Year, you know, am I going to have quiz nights? You know, I just really think it's really good for the area. I think they're a good investment for me and the area.
Slightly biased as one of the elected members, but I think to have something at that location would be really good with the other guests that we have coming in via caravans, etc. So absolutely.
So Yeah, you're dealing with different people all the time. There's no hassles, you know, with drunks. It's nice people that you're working with. You know, drunks, drugs, all that kind of thing. It's just a whole different environment.
Okay, lovely. Thank you. So, members in session now, your thoughts, please. Councillor Howie.
Happy to approve the application, convener.
Happy to approve. Excellent. Thank you. Councillor Bretty.
Andy was first, so I'll let Andy go
Oh,
first.
sorry, Councillor McFarlane. Didn't see the hand.
Thank you, Tony. Yes, I'm happy to second Councillor Howie.
So I presume Councillor Bretty is also happy.
Well, you can't see me smile, but yes, I'm happy. I think it's
That sounds
I think
good.
it's given that it's the only establishment in the area and it is a walking distance, therefore cars need not travel to the site. That satisfies me as well. Thank you.
Excellent. Thank you. So over to the clerk to do the official bit.
Thank you, convener. So just to confirm the decision, convener, that is a unanimous grant. Is that the case?
It is.
Yes, thank you, convener. So Julia Clanahan, you've heard from the board this morning and the decision unanimously is to grant your application for a premises licence. You shall be notified of that decision in writing in early course and your premises licence shall be sent to you in early course. Thank you.
Thank you all so much. Thanks for your time.
Thank you. Thank you. Okay, so if you log off now, Julie.
All right. Thank you. Bye.
Lovely. Thank you.
Bye.
Bye. Right. Okay. Thank you for that. I did just ask at the beginning, this is effectively our last meeting. So I want to do a thank you for those who have supported the board and those who've come on as members. My short-lived experience of chairing. And next week we are looking at the Dumfries and Galloway whole board, aren't we? So as far as I can see, the first meeting of that is likely to be November or December. Is that the plan?
That's what I've been advised, convener. So basically, once members are elected to that unitary board, they clearly all have to undergo their training. So I am advised it will be November, December before the first unitary board does meet. And between the time the unitary board is elected and that board is up and running, matters will be delegated to the clerk, Vladimir Valiente, in that interim period, just to deal with matters that, you know, otherwise be dealt with.
So we're very unlikely to need to call a meeting before November or December.
You wouldn't. So once members are elected to the unitary boards next week, in terms of the law, the divisional boards are disestablished. They are no more. So there would be no divisional boards in place, and the unitary board would not be able to sit until all members had undertaken their training. So there will be an interim sort of gap period whereby there will be no board sitting. But of course, the team will be dealing with items that they normally deal with via delegated authority, and some matters shall be delegated to the clerk as well.
That's excellent. So I think all it calls is to say thank you for your participation in the Stewartry Divisional Licensing Board. I don't know who else is wanting to continue. I know I've expressed an interest and some others as well. So hopefully look forward to seeing you back on the main board for Dumfries and Galloway. But thank you everybody for this morning.
Thank you very much, members. Thank you.
Cheers, guys.